Hi guys, Alretin here, welcome back to my channel. Today for this episode we're gonna be making, that's right, billboards. Indeed. Show you quickly a glance. Okay. Well, let's get ready. This is what we're gonna be making. Okay, to start this project we're gonna be needing another one of these paper drinking straws, about 2 washers, 3 lollipop sticks, 2 barbecue skewers, and some coffee stirrers, and of course our glue and knife, and also some foam board, but you can also substitute the foam board with cardboard. So stay tuned guys, I'll be right back. To start off, I already glued this onto a piece of foam board. Don't do that because otherwise you're gonna have to cover it and I like to spray paint things, but otherwise you're gonna have to cover this. So what you're gonna need to do is just the image you print from Google, doesn't matter which one it is, whatever you want to put on your billboard, is that size of the image you have. Take that, cut that size out of a piece of foam board. Now I already glued this one on, which I shouldn't have done, as I said, but yeah, it doesn't matter, I'll work around that. But we're gonna start with basically this and our paper drinking straw. Now, what I do is simply, I don't really measure out all that much. I simply guesstimate the half of the drinking straw, cut it in two. Well, what do you know? Kind of guesstimated it rather accurate. Okay, so that's one part done. Then we're gonna take another piece of foam board, and this will be for our base. Now, can be the same size, you just place it on top. I don't measure all that much, I have my own way of measuring, so we just mark a few things here and there with our knife, and of course maybe just showing that you don't need a ruler to do it, so take a piece of wood, or if you have your ruler with you, even better. Take your knife and start cutting this out. Okay, and we're gonna simply cut this out. Now it is too big, guys, but just cut it out. Okay, so I went ahead, cut out the base for our billboard. Next thing, we're gonna put this aside for the moment. Don't need this anymore. We're gonna take our 2 poles and flip our board over. If you already printed something or glued something on it, I would advise you not to do it. But next we're gonna do is fire up our glue gun and glue everything together. Meanwhile, while the glue gun is heating up, I take another paper drinking straw, measure it my way. There we go. Mark it. This will be the top of the billboard. And cut off where you marked it. And as you can see, this will be the top. Also, another thing you need to do is grab yourself 2 toothpicks, which I have right here, and simply break them. Don't break them fully, just give a little crack at them, and we're gonna tie this up, the broken piece. We're gonna reinforce it with some hot glue as soon as it's heated. Okay, so the hot glue is warming up. What we're gonna do is, before it gets too hot, just put a little dab on the part and just work it in there, as I'm doing right now. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Just set that aside and do the other one. Like so. Okay, now I'm gonna take our billboard. Actually, for this purpose of this video, it's not bad that I glue this on, because I can show you which is the back and which is the front. So we're gonna take our paper drinking straw and put a little hot glue here and place our post straight as you guys can. You can always measure and mark these things, guys. Simply do it like this, but you can always measure, of course. Make sure everything is aligned and straight. It is aligned and straight, but maybe you can't see it with the video, but it's actually good this way. Then we're gonna take our hot glue gun again, put the glue on top, like so. Spilled it a little bit, doesn't matter. And take the top side and glue it on, like so. See? We're already starting to get a basic shape. Let's set this aside for a second. Next, what we're gonna do is take our toothpicks and of each end snip that part in half, or almost. One is larger than the other, as you can see here. This will be the top, this will be the bottom. I'm gonna do the same with the other one. Smaller segment and larger, and then set those aside. Next, you grab your lollipop stick. I'm gonna cut off the rounded edges, like so. Guesstimate the centerpiece. It doesn't really matter because we're gonna have to cut off a little piece as well, because this will be way too big. What we're gonna do now is glue this underneath, but as you can see, this is way too big, so we're gonna cut off about, well, mark up half. As I'm not really measuring, but you guys can measure if you want to. Just 1.5 inches probably do it. There we go. Now I'm gonna put some hot glue at the end and just glue it next to the post. Don't mind the wisps, because you can remove the strings later. See, just glue it next to the post. Do make sure that it's straight, guys, like so. Okay, I'm gonna do the same for the other piece. Just put some hot glue at the end and glue it next to the post underneath. Make sure it's straight, like so. See? Okay. Next, what I do is take 2 more lollipop sticks, and which I already cut off the rounded edges. Do make sure that they are the same length. See? And put a little hot glue here, a little hot glue here. Place it on. Same here. Same here. There we go. See? You can always do, of course, everything with white glue. Now, for projects like this, I prefer the hot glue because it's a lot faster. But this, yeah, you can see. Oh, up. Voila, Batman is on there. You can stand perfectly here. So, okay. Next thing. Next part, we're gonna be gluing the base. Okay. So I measured my way where the billboard will be. See? Make sure that it is straight. So I marked it with an X, and what I'm going to do is simply just take a ballpoint pen and make an indent. It doesn't have to, but if you don't remove the paper, the hot glue, it will take it, but it's better if you make a hole. I simply squirt some hot glue in there and take my base piece. You have to hold this for a little while so the glue can cure, otherwise it will fall. Okay, so the glue has cured now and our billboard is standing up straight. Okay, there it goes. Okay, this time it has cured. What I do now is, I already did one, is take the barbecue skewer and see where the straw is and just stick it inside into the drinking straw. You can see it will come out of the end, but that's not necessary, just a little bit. And we take our scissors, pull up it as close as possible. This is just some extra reinforcement, so yeah, see, this time my billboard is actually standing up, so that was my problem before. I didn't wait too long. Okay, on to the next part. We're gonna put the lights on top of the billboard. So we take our arm pieces, and you see it has a shorter end and a little longer end. We're gonna take the longer end, flip our billboard over, and we're gonna be gluing that at the same length as our post. Turn it around, make sure that it goes up straight. Let the glue cure for a few seconds, maybe up to a minute before you do the other one. Don't be like me, hasty and everything. Right, next one. Don't worry, it looks like a mess now, but it will look really cool when we get it painted up, guys. See? These will be for the spotlights. Now, for the spotlights, I use these clear shiny beads as I have here. See? They fit on the toothpick, so you can glue them, which I will probably do, but they fit right onto the toothpick. But take my advice, don't be like me. Spray paint this first before you put on your advertisement and your lights. Don't be like I did in the previous billboard. Next, we grab our billboard and we take the remainder of a barbecue skewer and we measure the length a little above the standing post and just mark it. Just give it a little, with your ballpoint pen, a little line. See? And then snip a little above that, like so. Take our other piece, measure it my way, snip it off. This will be for the ladder that goes up to the billboard. You can place it on the side, you can do it in the front. For this purpose I'm going to do it on the front like with the other one. It's just easier to show you than on the side. Now, to make the ladder, we simply have our two pieces here, and I went ahead and cut 1-inch pieces. That's 1-inch pieces out of coffee stirrers. So simply take a coffee stirrer. Of course, always snip off the rounded edges, like so. And yeah, they're 1-inch pieces. I actually measured them a little, but I pre-cut them because otherwise it would take too long. But yeah, when you measure one piece, just hold it against it, as you've seen me do several times, and snip it off until you have enough boards that you think you're gonna need. For this, I probably have way too much, but now what I do is with the hot glue. You can do it with white glue, but I'm going to use hot glue now. Let's just put a little dollop and glue the plank on there. Make sure that it's straight, like so, and wait a few seconds till the plank, yeah, these are the steps of the ladder. Then go a little underneath, do the same thing. Make sure they align, like so, and make sure they align here as well. See? Same deal. And the next one, simply glue it on. See? Like so. Okay, so I glued all the pieces on. Now we're going to take the back, like simply drag the glue gun over it, take our second piece. If certain parts are sticking out, it doesn't matter, we're going to simply snip them off. Just wait long enough for the glue to cure, and we have a nice ladder here. Okay, so we take our scissors, and these are, voila. Do the same on the other side. Be careful that you don't loosen them. So here we go. We have our ladder, and we take our billboard. I'll show you. It will fit perfectly. Wow. Now we're gonna glue this on. You can always, just to give it a little bit of strength, I'm gonna glue it dead center. Just mark, press. That's what I like about the foam board. You can simply just press it in. I'm gonna do it that way actually. Put some hot glue in there. Take our ladder. Simply glue it like so. It doesn't matter if the hot glue is on the base, because I'm gonna texture the base as well, so it doesn't matter. See, our ladder is sticking in now on the top. Just put some hot glue here on the rim, and